Excellency General Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. We congratulate you, Your Excellency.
Your Excellency, the President-elect Yoweri Kaguta Museveni and the First Lady Mama Janet Museveni, the Excellencies, the visiting heads of state and leaders of the visiting delegations and international organizations, His Excellency, the Vice President of Uganda, Edward Chiwanuka II, the Right Honorable Speaker of Parliament of Uganda, Rebecca Alitwala Kadaga, His Lordship, the Chief Justice Alphonse Owinyi Dolo, the National Vice Chairperson of the NRM Party, Haj Moses Sigongo, the Right Honorable Jacob Olanya, His Lordship, the Deputy Chief Justice, Richard Butera, the Right Honorable Prime Minister of Uganda, Dr. Ruakana Rugunda, the Right Honorable First Deputy Prime Minister of Uganda, General Moses Ali, the Right Honorable Secretary General of the NRM Party, Justice Justin Kasule Lumumba, the Honorable Ministers and Ministers of State present, members of the Central Executive Committee, their Excellencies, ambassadors and heads of international organizations, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I welcome you all to this very important function in the history of Uganda. Without wasting any moment of time, allow me to invite the Chairperson Electoral Commission,
This is the day that the Lord has made. We therefore all ought to rejoice and be glad in Him. Amen. Thank you. The President-elect Yoweri Museveni to Kaguta, who is accompanied by Mama Janet Museveni, Your Excellencies, the visiting heads of state and leaders of delegations and government, Right Honorable Edward Chiwanuka II, Vice President, the Right Honorable Speaker of Parliament, His Lordship, the Chief Justice, the Right Honorable Deputy Speaker of Parliament, His Lordship, the Deputy Chief Justice, the Right Honorable Prime Minister, the Right Honorable First Deputy Prime Minister, the First Vice Chairperson, National Resistance Movement, the Secretary General, National Resistance Movement, ministers or former ministers present, honorable members of Parliament present, the Principal Judge, the Lord Justices of the Supreme Court present, the Chief Registrar, Your Excellencies, the heads of diplomatic missions present, Your Royal Highness, traditional leaders present, religious leaders, the head of public service and secretary to cabinet, the permanent secretaries present, service chiefs, distinguished invited guests. Last but not least, my colleagues, members of the Commission, with whom we weathered the storm and kept the electoral boat balanced. I wish to give special recognition, pardon me, by introducing them one by one. Hajati Aisha Lubega, my deputy, who is on my left. Commissioner Justin Mugabe, stand forward and I see you in the open space. Commissioner Stephen Kashobia. Commissioner Peter Emorut. Commissioner Natalie Etomaro, and Commissioner Mustafa Sebagara. I also recognize the technical team led by the Acting Secretary, Mr. Leonard Mulekwa. Can you stand up for recognition? This is a wonderful, dedicated team with whom we were able to deliver the election in difficult circumstances. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to welcome you all to this auspicious occasion when we gather to witness the swearing-in and inauguration ceremony for the President-elect of the Republic of Uganda. Distinguished guests, according to Article 61, Clause 2 of the Constitution of the Republic of Uganda, the Electoral Commission is required to hold presidential, general parliamentary, and local government councils elections within the first 30 days of the last 122 days before the expiration of the term of the President, Parliament, or local government councils, as the case may be. Under Article 105, Clause 1 of the Constitution, the current term of the President expires today, Wednesday, 12th of May, 2021. The Electoral Commission, therefore, in fulfillment of the mandate granted to it under Articles 61, Clause 2, and Article 105 of the Constitution, organized, conducted, and held presidential election polls on the 14th of January 2021. Further, in fulfillment of Article 103, Clause 7 of the Constitution, and Section 57, Subsection 1 of the Presidential Elections Act, the Electoral Commission thereafter ascertained, published, and declared the results of the presidential elections with candidate Yoweri Museveni Tibuhaburwa Kaguta as the winner. Having met the requirements of Article 103, Clause 4 of the Constitution, and Section 57, Subsection 4 of the Presidential Elections Act, which stipulates that a candidate shall not be declared elected as president unless the number of votes cast in favor of that candidate at the presidential election is more than 50% of valid votes cast at the election. Accordingly, candidate Yoweri Museveni Kaguta, having obtained 58.38% of the valid votes cast, was declared elected president. On behalf of the Commission, I do congratulate you, candidate Yoweri Museveni Kaguta, elected President of the Republic of Uganda for another term. I also wish to congratulate all the candidates who participated in the presidential elections, parliamentary and local government councils elections, the voters, religious leaders, civil society, the media, and other stakeholders for their participation in the January to February 2021 general elections. However, the greatest tribute goes to the millions of you.
Let me call upon the Public Service, the Head of Public Service and Secretary of Cabinet. What is happening is the President receiving the instruments of power one by one presented to him by the Chief Justice. The is now receiving the national flag. The President is now receiving the presidential standard flag. The President is now receiving the national anthem. The President is now receiving the National Coat of Arms. The President is now receiving public seal. The President is now receiving the instrument of the national defense by the CDF. And a shield. The President has received the sword. The Secretary, the Head of Public Service, and the Secretary Cabinet can now receive the instruments for safe custody. I now request His Lordship, the Chief Justice, the Head of Public Service and Secretary Cabinet, and the Chief Registrar to resume their seats as His Excellency the President proceeds to the saluting dais.
As His Excellency the President proceeds to the saluting dais, the parade at this particular moment will adopt the Alpha Formation, and this Your Excellency, you're requested to proceed to the saluting dais. The parade is going to adopt the Alpha Formation, and this happens concurrent with raising of the flag and the 21-gun salute to salute the new or the incoming president. The Alpha Formation That is the parade forming up into the Alpha formation. What that means, formed into two lines, and each one of them is going to be facing each other for the inspection by the new president. The first parade, by the way, of the new president of 2021 to 2026. Once again, Your Excellency, you're most congratulated. And Ugandans as well, who made this happen. Very beautiful. Very beautiful.
Gustavo Wakati.